Welcome to Body Reconnect, where I help you decipher the signs and signals your body is sending you so that you can course correct, make changes, sometimes even small changes to your diet and lifestyle to help you live your best, healthiest life. I'm certified wellness coach and lymphatic therapist, Michelle Dominique, and that is what we are talking today, lymphatic drainage. Lymphatic drainage is so important in so many areas of your life. Everyone has a lymphatic system. It is one of your body's first defenses in detoxing. So when you talk about detoxing, one of the first things that you should think about is internally how to activate, stimulate your lymphatic system. And here is why. Last night I got a call to work on someone who had recently been released from the hospital. Their infirmity wasn't extremely serious. In fact, it was something that could have been controlled by diet and exercise or diet and lifestyle. But nonetheless, they had a flare up and asked me to come over to help. So when I got there, the first thing I asked was, how you feeling? What's going on? And they said, to my surprise, I'm actually feeling great. The treatment went really well, but I am so drained and so just fatigued and out of sorts. I said, that's absolutely correct. That could be expected when being released from the hospital where you have not been moving around, you have not had any activity. And when I asked what was the initial pain remedy that they used, it was morphine. That is far heavier than any over-the-counter thing that you would have taken or did take to alleviate the pain before you decided I needed to go to the hospital. So here's where lymphatic drainage steps in and saves the day. These braces are going to be gone and I'm going to be so 1 month. I'm so tired of my lip getting stuck on these braces. But nonetheless, here is where lymphatic came in to save the day. I often have to tell clients if they're going in surgery, let's do a treatment before you go into surgery, a lymphatic drainage to cleanse and flush your body, right? But also let's make sure that when you get out of the hospital, you call me so that we can then flush the residual and anesthetics out of your body, because you're going to want to do that. And although this person didn't have surgery, they still had a hospital stay that involved very, very serious high dose morphine type painkillers. And even though he had been released and he was feeling great otherwise, he just couldn't pull it together because it was like a cloud over him. And when you have something administered that's that intense, yes, it will. So that's why lymphatic drainage is very important, and it came in and saved the day by being able to open his drainage pathways, which I knew were clogged because he had been immobile for 3 days. Your lymphatic system was primarily designed to be cleansed by your movement, by constant activity. Remember, think everybody has a car. Think working inside only. Back in the day, the way your body was designed, your working in the fields, working in industry, walking every place you had to go. You go back to, I always preface Little House on the Prairie, right? Those folks moved all of the time. That flushed, drained your lymphatic system. There was a lot of sweat. There was a lot of deep breathing, things that we don't do now. So that not being immobile for 3 days, in addition to that heavy dose of narcotics, was just like a weight keeping him from moving forward. So we did a session, opened up his drainage pathways. Yes, he was fresh out of the hospital. That's how light lymphatic was or is, right? So I always tell you guys, you're going to these places and they're doing this manual work and squeezing and wrenching. That's not lymphatic. That's unnecessary pain, especially after you've just gone through an injury or, a condition that caused you to be in the hospital, and you're going to turn around and insult your body with that? No, lymphatic is light enough that I was able to come over, do the session, and once we got off the table, he felt the difference. Now, I explained to him, as this is draining, you might feel a little worse beforehand, but in his situation, he did not. He felt great, not go run a marathon great, but he started to feel more like himself. He started to feel as if this anchor had been lifted off of his head. The brain fog was clearing. And most importantly, he was able to sleep really, really well that night. So yay, let's hear it. Another episode where lymphatic drainage comes in and saves the day. Are you having a surgery? Are you planning to have a surgery, something scheduled? Have you been in the hospital or someone you know been in the hospital? Lymphatic drainage is the way to go. Guess what? You don't even have to be here where I am. If you're not in Texas, don't worry. I can still help you. Be sure to reach out to me. Share this video. Someone told me today, oh, I'm so glad you're doing videos again. I love your content. It's going to stop if you guys don't start sharing and liking, because it takes a lot of time out of my day to do these. Also, too, if you know someone who is having surgery or having a procedure, I bet you they don't know this. I bet you they don't know anything I just said about how important it is to have lymphatic drainage before and after. Make sure to share this video. Remember, I kid you not when I say it is my absolute pleasure. It is just my heart's desire to be able to help as many people as I can understand how valuable it is to maintain your health, live your best, healthiest life, because the people around you deserve to see you at your best, and I'm excited to be part of your journey. I look forward to speaking with you. Contact me below or just DM me. Until next time,